Leadership, science of security, and what I like to call the 12% rule are going to be the three main pillars that we're going to talk about when it comes to dating. Each of these three come from my experience and what I perceive to work and has worked in the past. I've got the tangible evidence. I've been on a few dates in my time. I understand where things go right, where things go wrong. So those three main pillars I've just mentioned, to me, are the most important. And I'm going to go through every single one of them for you today, so you can leave this video with some tips and some ideas on what you need to do better in your dating life. And also ignore the squinting of the eyes. The sun's right there, but the background's too nice that I'm not even going to move. So number one, leadership. In simple terms, us as the men, we need to take lead, we need to take control. So we need to do things like actually organising the date, making sure the time's set, making sure the place is set. Make sure you've scoped out a few areas already that you know are going to be your type of vibe. So, decide what time of day you're going. Is it going to be a coffee date? Is it going to be late night drinks date? Is it going to be a movie date? Little things like this are very important, because you, as the man, need to make sure that you are taking control of every aspect of the night or the day. So you need to make sure that the time is set. You need to make sure that you have set a location, whether you're going to be picking her up or meeting her there. Make sure that the girl you choose to take out has to do very little. So all she needs to do is get ready, make sure she's there at the right time, leave everything else in your hands. So make sure the time's set, make sure the venue's set, make sure you pick her up at the right time and she gets there at the right time. The issue that you've got if you don't lead is that it creates a lack of trust from her point of view. Again, you should be reveling in the fact that you can take lead. We want to be the leaders. We want to make sure that we're in control, and you do not want to break that trust by being a man that doesn't understand how to lead or doesn't make any effort, because that comes across very bad on her end, especially for a first impression. If you don't know how to lead and make her feel safe and secure and allow her to switch her brain off, then you're going to cause issues, not just on that night, but down the line as well. Point number 2, signs of security. So what this part really is about you as the person. This isn't about her or about the night. This is about who you are as a person. So a lot of things I like to preach are hard work, discipline, motivation, systems. If you haven't got those things set in your life, then you're going to come across as a man that is not secure. Make sure before you even step foot in a dating game, are you financially secure in yourself? I'm not talking about millions and £10,000 months. I'm just on about, do you have enough money where you can live, dress well, groom well, and also live a lifestyle that is comfortable for you as you build up to greatness? But 2, are you just dating for the sake of it, or do you actually need or want someone that can just slot into your life, like a little piece of the jigsaw that you can look after and treat well while you build towards bigger and better things? A lot of guys make the mistake where they just want to date, hit this girl, go for this girl, meet this girl in a club. But at the end of the day, you're not financially secure in yourself, and you don't have a vision, you don't have a goal, you don't necessarily work as hard as you could. So if these are issues that you feel like you have, then you need to take a step back from the dating game and make sure that you are secure in yourself. Make sure that you have a vision, you have a goal, you're hitting the gym, you're working as hard as you can, you're building up your side hustle, you're working on your social skills, you're working on your confidence. Everything that I've just mentioned and more need to be set in stone before you even attempt to go into the dating scene. Because the harsh reality is there's always going to be someone that's better than you. So if you can't sit there and be the best version of yourself for her, then there's no point in you dating, because they're going to just find someone that's better, or they're going to see through the flaws and understand in their mind that they don't really see that life with you, because you haven't got the motivation, the security, to look after her, or to build a family, or to live in a nice house with her. These girls think these things as well as we do. They want to make sure that they are dating to marry. Again, in this generation, that's not always the case, and we can't always tell the difference. But this is why it goes back to you being strong in your own mind, because them things then won't matter. because you know you're secure and the right person will come along for you. The final point is a little term that I've made up known as the 12% rule. So what this is all about now is about your body and about how you look on that special night. So we know initial attraction is very important. You tell me if I'm wrong, but initial attraction is what's going to get you into that date in the first place. A lot of you want to go for that 10 out of 10 blonde. You know, me personally, I want that 10 out of 10 brunette. What you need to do is make sure that you look good in any piece of clothing that you put on. We don't need to be going to dates in designer brands and designer watches. That doesn't look good on you if you don't have the body to match. So the 12% rule, 12% body fat or less. What that's going to do, give you that lean jaw physique. It's going to give you those abs under the shirt. It's going to give you those broad shoulders. It's going to give you those arms that hug tight onto the t-shirt. All of this is very important when it comes to initial attraction, because we need to look good. If we don't look good, we're not going to feel good. We're not going to give off that impression to the girl we're with that we look after ourselves. It kind of intertwines with that recent point we've just been over, where if you're not confident in yourself and you've not built yourself up, then you need to make sure we work on that first. So how are we going to do that? You're going to focus the gym 3 to 4 times a week. You're going to strength train. You're going to pick compound exercises like the bench press, the back squat, the deadlift. They're going to get you as toned up as possible and as strong as possible and as big as we can. You're also going to focus on accessory exercises that directly benefit those lifts. You're going to work the chest. We're going to do some flies, do some lat raises. Exercises like this that are going to directly work the muscles that are going to look good in the shirt, look good in the t-shirt. You know, when we're in the summer, we're going to have the vests on and the t-shirts. When it gets a little bit colder, quarter zips. If you look good, you're going to look good in anything. So those accessories are going to be 2 sets, 8 to 10 reps, nice and heavy, to make sure that you are giving the muscle the right amount of stimulus to grow. And then we can start to fit into those, you know, the muscle fit shirts. We can start wearing the smalls and the mediums. Get rid of the larges and the extra large. Get the smalls on, get the mediums. This one here is a medium. You see, it fits really nice. We've got a nice jewelry on as well. But all of that doesn't matter if you don't look good. So make sure you're in the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. Make sure that you are doing compounds and accessory training. Make sure everything's to failure. Make sure your food is all clean, nice high protein foods, your steaks, chickens, eggs, fish. Make sure you've got your vegetables in there. Make sure you've got a nice healthy amount of carbs. Make sure that our food is high in protein. Keep the calories at around the maintenance and then up and down depending on whether you're trying to gain muscle or lose body fat. Again, I'll leave that up to you depending on where you're at. And then again, if you can focus on that 4 to 5 months, not only are you going to look better, you're going to be more confident up here. And this confidence up here mixed with the body down here is going to make you irresistible to whoever girl is lucky enough to be with you on that day. So we've gone over the 3. We've gone over leadership, we've gone over security, and we've gone over the 12% rule. What I want you to do now is take these 3 aspects, have a look at these aspects compared to you, see where you can improve in your life, and make sure you take the necessary steps now to get to where you need to be. And if you are struggling with this, my DMs are always open. I coach guys on how to get into the best shape possible, and then we take those aspects and we put them into everyday life, such as dating, such as business building, such as confidence motivators, everything like this. This is what I work with guys. We've got great results. I've got results for myself and for these guys here. So if you do feel like you need a little bit of help, then I want you to drop me a DM. My Instagram is in the comment section down below, and it will also be in the description. Make sure you follow. Make sure you have a look at my free school community, the off season, where we build guys up to be the best version of themselves before they tackle this very difficult life that we have all been placed into.